I'm Chad Finn. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Greg Lee. Well, the Celtics look like they're going to actually have a season this year. Training camp begins December 9th. December 25th is the opener against the Knicks, with the lockout matters all but settled here. So who are they going to have on this team? This is the Big Four. Beyond that, so much is in flux. What should Danny Ainge's first priority be to fill out the rest of this roster?
Well, first of all, he needs to get a big man. He needs to, get someone out there, maybe a Samuel Dallenberg, an athletic big man
That's a good
play
name.
Defense, who can run the floor, block shots for you. I think he needs to be a great person, but also, more importantly, he needs to fill out that bench. That's the most important thing for Danny Ainge.
It sounded to me like until running the floor, you were describing Perk, who he traded last year. Yes. But another name you hear, Dallenberg is a really interesting name. He slipped a little bit, but he's what they need, a guy who doesn't need a lot of shots. He'll play defense. Another name is Kwame Brown, who Ainge has always liked. The first overall pick out of high school years ago by Michael Jordan with the Wizards. Hasn't panned out, but he's athletic as heck. I think he's a guy who may end up here.
Just don't pass on the ball. He has bad hands, but he has a real big body, big presence. He can rebound for you. Just don't pass on the ball. But you don't need him on offense.
They're going to have to do more than that. They have their own guys. Continuity is going to be so key this season. They have a lot of guys out there that were on their roster and have been on their roster the last couple of years they need to bring back. One, Jeff Green, they traded for last year in the Perk deal. Big Baby, is he back too? He
has to be back because for the fact that this is a very shortened window of training. He knows the system. Bringing in someone else new with basically a 2-week training camp would not help the Celtics down the line. So, and it may be mutual for a Big Baby because he doesn't have enough time to go out there and find him a real big deal that he's wanted. So really, they're going to probably come back together. Big Baby has to come back. And also, I think Delonte will have to come back because he knows, again, he knows the system. And you just can't, have a training camp of 12 games and expect them to fly through the season. Look at what happened to Jeff Green when he came in mid-season. He's still going to be cheated this year because he's
huge this year.
Yes, he's not going to get a full training camp neither.
Yeah.
So just, you got to get people who are actually familiar with the system for the Celtics to thrive this year.
I like bringing back Delonte. He was hurt a lot last year, but he gave you flashes of what he brings to a team. He's almost the ideal third guard. Baby, he played so poorly in the postseason last year that he cost himself a chance at a bigger job. Yes. He had a bad attitude. I don't know if the lockout was long enough for him to get out of shape, but he's one of those guys who's at the top of the list, like Sean Kemp and Vinny Baker from the last lockout that would come back 30 pounds heavier than they left. It's a big question as to whether he's going to be in shape and ready for the season.
I hope he didn't stay in Louisiana very long with a lot of gumbo.
Well, you never know. We didn't even get into Allen Iverson. Danny Ainge better be on the phone right now. He's got a lot of work to do to fill out beyond the Big Four, and it's going to be really fascinating these next couple weeks to see how it all works out.